guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com. Coming up this spring, HTC will release the Touch Diamond2 and the Touch Pro2, which are the successors to two very popular Windows mobile devices, the Touch Pro and the Touch Diamond. When these devices come out, they will have a new version of TouchFlow 3D that will bring some new features like calendar, Facebook integration, a better contacts application, and a lot of other things. And what I have now is a ROM that includes many of these enhancements. It comes from XDA developers, and I want to show you some of these because I think a lot of them are very interesting and very compelling, and will make you look forward a lot to these new devices when they come out in the spring. So here we are in TouchFlow 3D. Nothing interesting about this main screen. You know, you flick upward to see your next appointment and that sort of thing. But if we go one to the right, we are taken to the People tab. And on the People tab, something has changed. If I tap on one of the people here, I am taken to kind of a mini TouchFlow 3D application that will show me all of my interaction with this person in one screen. Or actually several screens, but in one place. So I have their home address or phone number or anything associated with their contact. If I go over to the right, I can see SMS history with this person. If I've sent them any text messages, I can actually go ahead and send them a text message right from here. By the way, this is a new keyboard. We'll talk about that in a second. We can go over to the right for email. To the right is Facebook linking. So you can actually link the person with their Facebook account so you can keep tabs on when they update their status and that sort of thing. And to the right of that is calls. So I'll see the history of calls that I've had with this person, how long they were, when they took place. And this is the actual same screen that shows up when you have a call with the person. So think about the uses. You're talking to someone and you're wondering if they received an email, or if you even sent them an email about a certain report that's due tomorrow. So you could quickly go to the email tab. You could quickly reference whether you actually sent them that email, and you could just keep talking to them on the phone. So a really great way to kind of keep tabs on the interaction that you have with people that you talk to or email or text message. If we go to the next tab, we have SMS. We've seen that before. Then we have messaging. Seen that before too. Here's something new, calendar. And it's a really nice calendar, and again, it keeps you out of the kind of drab Windows Mobile interface. So if we tap on any of these days, so let's go to the 19th, we'll be taken to this nice slick interface that keeps everything inside of the screen that you're looking at. And we can go up to the previous day or down to the next day with a nice animation and zoom back out to the month with this nice fade. Going over to the right, we have the Internet tab. And the Touch Pro2 and Touch Diamond2 will have what HTC is calling push internet, which means that it will queue up certain favorites that you have selected at certain times. So if we go to frequency settings, we can determine when our favorites are queued up ready to go. So if you look at a certain website Monday through Friday at a certain time, this is where you would set it, and this is just a nice little interface that HTC has added to set the time. Going over to the next tab, we have stocks, and it's been retooled a little bit. Before, you had a little chart of the stock, and you would flick through it with your finger like you would do in the contacts application, but here we just have a linear listing of the stocks. We can tap on one of them and see stock details with a chart, high, low, that sort of thing. Moving on, we have pictures, so we can flick through our pictures. We've seen this before. And then we have music. We've seen that before as well. Weather. And so it'll download weather data. You can flick through the animations, of course. Going over to the right, we have some settings. And finally, on the right is the program launcher, which we've seen before. And of course, you can add your own programs. Now, if you remember, Landscape TouchFlow 3D really doesn't exist. So if we look at a device like the Touch Pro, and we flip out the keyboard, this happens. Nothing. I mean, you get a bunch of buttons. Well, with the new TouchFlow 3D, we do have a landscape version. Let me show you what it looks like. There it goes. So HTC solved the problem of how do we fit TouchFlow 3D in a landscape screen. They did it by placing a button here which will expand the entire TouchFlow 3D menu on any screen. And when you get to one of the screens, it will then collapse away to a little button, which is really great because it takes up a lot of screen space. So we finally will have TouchFlow 3D in landscape, though I hope they find a way to stretch the wallpaper to the right, because that's a little bit ugly. Something else that has changed is the notification area. If you remember in the old TouchFlow 3D, if you were to tap the notification area up at the top, you would get large size icons on the screen, not like this, a little bit different. But in the case of the new TouchFlow 3D, if you tap up here, you will get this notification screen, which will only show you if you've got a new message or a new call or a missed call. So it's a nice handy way to see all of your notifications right in one screen. So I mentioned that new keyboard. Let me show you that now. HTC has made a lot of changes to the keyboard. It actually has sound now and haptic feedback, which is quite useful when you're typing with an on-screen keyboard. So here we are, comparison, the old HTC keyboard with the new one. The new one has a much larger spacebar compared to the old one. We also have a easier way to switch between XT9 and ABC. Before it was a switch that was kind of in the way that you would accidentally press sometimes. And as I mentioned, it has sound, which you can turn off, of course. And there is a little bit of a vibration that comes through when you use this keyboard. And I've been playing with it a little bit, and I think it is significantly better than the previous keyboard. The sound, the vibration, the larger spacebar, they all help to make a better typing experience. And of course, we can flip through to the other keyboards down here. We can do the phone keypad, which is like a T9 style keypad, and then we have the other shirt type style keyboard, which I think is on the other panel here. It's actually, I don't think it's included on this, this particular ROM, but it probably will be on shipping ROMs. Now, something else that has been revamped is all of the Softkey menus. Now, in Windows Mobile 6.5, they will have new Softkey menus that will allow you to use your finger to access all of the functions of the program. Well, HTC has brought this to you sooner. So if I do a menu down here, I get this large finger-friendly animated menu, and this applies in every program, in every Softkey menu that you use. So it's implemented throughout the operating system, and it's a really good change, I think, to make it more finger-friendly. And here's something else that has been added to the phone application, the ability to quickly conference call with certain people. Now, the HTC Touch Pro 2 will actually have 2 microphones and 2 speakers to be conducive to really great, high-quality conference calling. So I'm assuming the Touch Diamond is going to have this feature too. It's not going to have the dual microphones and dual speakers, but it'll probably have this, what I'm about to show you. If you check off the conference call button, you can go down and select different people to have on the conference call. And then if you press Start Conference, it will basically step you through the process of connecting each additional caller. And of course, I don't know if you know this, but on your cell phone, you can have a conference call with many, many people. This is kind of like a conference call wizard. It actually doesn't call out to 5 people at one time like you think it may. It just steps you through the process of connecting each additional person. So that's pretty much it for this video. Really looking forward to the new HTC devices and the new changes that they will bring to Windows Mobile devices. Something I didn't get to test on this video was the Facebook integration, so that if you have a contact, Bob Jones, and you sign into your YouTube account, you can link Bob Jones with his Facebook profile so that you can see when they have updates, update their profile, when they've added new pictures, and then that way you can also reference pictures that Bob Jones has associated to his name, rather than having to load on 100 friends worth of pictures onto your device, which could be quite annoying. So that is it for now.